From my own perspective, I'm giving it serious consideration. Why would you not? It's a top job in Scotland. It's a job that I think you don't get the opportunity to go for very often. On the flip side of that, as I've just mentioned with Nicola Sturgeon, it can take a big toll on you personally and on your family. And I've got to really speak to my family about whether this is the right thing for us as a collective unit. So that discussion is one that's ongoing, and as I say, I'll make my decision known in the coming days. Look, a lot of people have been really encouraging. I'm grateful for that, and that's clearly a factor in any consideration. But it's not the only factor. We're not just electing the leader of the SNP, which is really important. We're selecting who the next First Minister of the entire country and nation will be. So again, we've got to give it, whoever's putting their hat in the ring, that real serious, deep, meaningful consideration, which is what I'm doing.
Nicola.
I suppose it's for other people to kind of ponder what it would mean for the country. But look, I've always been grateful in the position that I'm in, as in the Scottish Government, and having been in the Scottish Government for 10 years, that the grandchild of an immigrant, the colour of my skin was never a barrier. Don't get me wrong, I get a fair bit of abuse for the colour of my skin and my background, but it's not impeded me from getting to the position that I'm in at a senior level in government. And I think that speaks volumes to the type of country we are.
Must be quite tempting, though, to be the first ethnic.
It's not. I mean, it's not the motivation in terms of consideration. I think the motivation and consideration is, well, first of all, do you think you're capable of doing the job? Do you think you're the best person for the job? And of course, the impact it will potentially have for your family. That's the kind of overriding thought. So if you're wanting me to be brutally frank and honest about where my considerations are, so all of that is ongoing and, as I say, underway.
On whether you're the best person for the job, though, Labour have described you as the worst health secretary since devolution. We've seen the worst ever A&E waiting times. We've seen cancer waiting times increase. We've seen bed blocking increase, all under your watch. Why then do you think you would be the best person, perhaps, to take on this job?
Shock, horror, Labour don't like an SNP health secretary. I mean, it's the record that they've been playing ever since they've been
to be fair as well,
in opposition.
It's not just Labour. I mean,
that's the Conservatives too, you're right.